Hello folks, my name is Steven. Welcome to my channel Trading Chain. In the last video, we were covering the very basics of Yahoo Finance. In this video, we will talk about Finviz. I use Finviz because even on Yahoo Finance, you do a very light search for stocks that you want to trade or invest in. But on Finviz, you have the option to customize a lot of settings so you will find the exact stocks for your investment plan or day trading strategy. For example, if you want stocks with a market cap of under 2 billion, stock price of under $1 or from $5 to $50, or if you want an annual sales growth over the next 5 years to be positive, or if you want a certain price to earnings, price to book, or price to sales ratio, or if you want the price to be above the SMA 50, the SMA 20, or the SMA 200. You can also customize if you want to see only the top gainers or the top losers for today, or if you want to see some patterns or candlestick patterns and many more. You can do that on the Finviz screener. On Yahoo Finance, you can also find the screener, but it just isn't that good because you don't have such a large variety of options and settings that you can change. But on Finviz, you can find the exact stocks that you want. The only downside about Finviz is that you will have a 15 to 20-minute delay on the free version. So if you're a day trader, it will be impossible to trade on the free version. You will have to buy the Finviz Elite, and you can either pay $40 a month or you can save around $170 if you pay for the yearly price, which is $300. But that means that it will be $25 a month instead of 40, so you'll be saving money. And if you just want to focus on investing, then you could find stocks on the free version because 15 to 20 minutes of delay won't affect your investment, which can be of multiple years. So now, folks, you stay in your seats while I dive into the computer. So now that you're on the computer, you have to type in finviz.com into your browser and you open up on the main page. I will be familiarizing you with the paid version, which is Finviz Elite, and we'll only be talking about that one. So feel free to learn about the other version, which is free. So for the first thing you see is this bar right here, and you can change to different sections. Like if I want to go to maps, I can always go here and I can change it to different periods of time and do all those stuff. You can also search a company right here, which we're not going to be doing in this lesson. And then you see 3 charts of the Dow, the Nasdaq, and the S&P 500. So you can see what's been going on today. And this is real-time data. You can also see the relative volume bar right here on the left-hand side of each chart. This shows how volatile, say, the market was today. So Nasdaq was actually in a very volatile today because the relative volume is just a little over 1. Now, if you scroll down a little more, you'll see that there are these 5 sections, which are pretty useful for day trading. So the advancing and declining shows which stocks advanced and declined today, and you see the gray. If you see the gray area right here, it shows how many were. It shows that some stocks are just flat for the day. Now the new highs and the new lows. You might be wondering, Stephen, why are there just so little stocks right here and right here? Well, not every day stocks are hitting new highs and new lows because some, as I said, are just flat for the day. And if the market is declining, then there will be more declining stocks and definitely more new lows. Now, stocks that are above and below the SMA 50, it varies on the day. And stocks that are above the SMA 200, the SMA is a simple moving average, and if it says SMA 50, then that means that this indicator shows the average price of the last 50 days. It's the same for the SMA 200 except it shows information over the last 200 days. Now, a cool little feature right here, the fifth window right here. If it was real market time, then you would be able to click buy bull or bear, which so you could be able to share where you predict the S&P 500 will be in the next 5 minutes on this little tab right here. Okay, so this information right here, it's mostly for day trading, and we're talking about investing into stocks. So I'll quickly go through this side right here. It's mostly bullish. It's mostly like bullish stocks. Like for example, top gainers, new highs or bots, unusual volumes, upgrades, earnings before, and insider buying. But this side right here, it's mostly bearish because it has top losers, new lows, oversold, most volatile, most active, downgrades, earnings after, and insider selling. Now, if you want to go to the map without clicking on the section right here, you could always go there from the home page by just clicking this, and you can then edit all these stuff. Like from one day, you can change this to a 1 year performance and see what's going on in the market on the S&P 500. Now, this is more for swing trading because this is more daily stocks. You could quickly scan through them and see what might fit you best. Like this is with trendline support, like FAIL. Uh, it does have that support. Now, you can also see the recent quotes that you just searched, headlines, the latest headlines that just came out, major news right here. Now, this is the economic calendar, so if you click right here, it will show you this part right here. And as you see, it's not under any section, so you can just find it only on the home page, and you can see what is going to happen in maybe even a few hours. Okay, so right here you have the earning stocks with earning releases, latest insider selling, and this is the latest insider buying right here. Now this is the futures latest IPOs. IPOs might be interesting for you, but they're mostly just newly opened companies, so I don't really recommend you to pay attention to that. And you can see the forex and bonds right here. Now you can also read the news right here. It's all here, and go through many different more sections. So we're going to be focusing on the screener today. To find stocks that you personally want to trade. If you want ETF filters, like if you want to trade ETFs, you can do that. You can turn on the ETF filters, but I personally don't like them, so I'll turn it off. And you'll see we have a smaller amount. Now, there's still quite a lot of information and a lot of stocks to pick from, so we will narrow the list down one button at a time. So the country, it has to be USA because first of all, they're the best traded stocks. Second of all, they have less risk of being of getting slippage or like not having your order get filled. And we can also change the relative volume to over 2. You can change the price. Because you're a beginner and you might not have that much money. You can do stocks under $20. You can also do volatility, and you can change it. When you have the Elite version, you can actually make a custom. But I like choosing from here, so we can do month over 3%. This shows that stocks like they started gaining momentum. We can also do stocks above the SMA 200 and above the SMA 50. Now performance, it we can change it to month up, and if we won't have like enough stocks, which we still do right now, we will be able to remove a few filters. Now it's actually mostly your choice, but I personally like trading market cap stocks with a market cap that are small, but I like market caps that are also big. So to do that, you can click the small over 300 million on the market cap, and now from 9,000 stocks we only have 10. Now if you want to refresh these stocks, you can easily do that by clicking either the 1 minute, which means it will refresh every 1 minute, or 10 seconds, which will show you the latest data. So now, after you've done this, you can sort the price by change, and you can just scan through these stocks and see which one fits you. So, for example, VNDA, it was a hard gapper. And you can do all this information right here. You can do all this information and search through stocks that you want to trade or invest in. And after you're done with that, finding stocks that are potential, you can go on Yahoo Finance and do a lot more research and go into like what you really want. But if you want to save the screen, so you will use it over and over again, but you won't have to click all these buttons. You can go to My Presents, which is found right here in this corner, Save Screen, and I already have one screen right here. And then you can just type in the new screen and save it. So I'll save it as new screen right here, so I won't have to type. And I'll click Save Changes. So now under the list, if I go to My Presents, and you don't want to do all of this information again, all you have to do is click New Screen, and boom. You don't even have to do anything. Now, right now, we're going to go to the dividend stocks. Go to dividend stocks if you're interested in investing into dividends. So, because I already have this right here, it's all ready. And another cool feature about Finviz Elite is that you will be able to customize a few things. You will be able to have access to a little more things like trades, but I personally don't like looking at those. So the first thing you have to do is small. You mostly keep everything the same. So small over 300 million, relative volume over 2. Now dividend yield, it has it because this is in percentages and you mostly want to see it in dollars. Like a company shouldn't pay more than $60 in dividends, and I personally don't like trading those stocks. So you can do positive greater than 0%. So that means that a stock might be paying 1 cent in dividends, but it still might be good. Now the performance week up, because when I first did the month up, there were no stocks, so you might have to change up a few things. Now insider ownership, I I customized this so there will be from 0.5% to 3% in insider ownership, and the volatility month over 1.3%. So it shows that it has some okay volatility. Now the price, it can be under 20 like always in the country USA, and now you only have one stock left. And even if we inspect it right here on the monthly chart, you can see that FIP just flew up with some great momentum. On the volume indicator, look at the volume. So you might be interested in this company, you might not. It all depends on your investment style and investment plan. So right here you can see charts, uh, some of the latest charts you just went to, maps. As I said, you can also change this to bubbles, and you have a whole lot more things that you can change right here. Groups. This shows all these 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, all these sector performances, and you might, for example, communication services on the year to date, they've been performing awesome. So you might be focused on the communication services, and you can also check like Spectrum and do all this good stuff. You can also go to your portfolio, the insider, uh, which which insiders are buying stocks, futures, forex, crypto, backtest, and elite if you're interested in buying it. Okay, so now this has been some of the basics of Finviz that I just showed you, and two nice ways for beginners to search for stocks with dividends and without dividends. If you have any questions, please write down in the comments and I will answer them. Now you've learned the basic things of Finviz for beginners. Your homework is to play around with the tools so you will be more confident in the future when searching for stocks. In my next videos, we will continue covering finance and trading. Okay, folks, thanks for watching. Have a good day.